Hey, what's up? My name's Alea. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. So today we're going to be doing my October TBR using my TBR board game. So over the summer I created a TBR board game and it's fairy forest themed and it's kind of based on the Candyland board game where there's different colored squares, and so each colored square on the board correlates to a different way for me to choose a book for my TBR. So the red square is pulling a prompt from a TBR jar, the orange square is pulling a tarot card that gives me a reading challenge. There's also one that involves spinning a color wheel, and then I pick a book with the color that the color wheel gives me. And there's also another one where I can unwrap a book for my physical TBR that I've had for a long time, or there's another one where my cat can choose a book for me to read by like putting 2 treats on a book, and whichever one he eats first, that's the book that I read. So basically there's a lot of different fun ways for me to choose books, and without any further ado, let's get into the game. Okay, so this is the TBR board game, and let's do our first roll. Okay, the first roll is a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, okay, 5 is a blue. I don't think we've ever gotten a blue before, so let me take a look and see what a blue is. Ooh, okay, blue is mood read, any book that you would like. Ooh, okay, that's a fun one. Let me see. Okay, one thing in October that I will say is that I have a lot of books I already really want to read for like different themed reading vlogs, and for the Halloween-a-thon readathon that's going on, I want to do a vlog for that as well. So I already have some like tentative TBR ideas, and there's already like way too many books that I want to read in October. So I want to try and like fit in the TBR board game prompts that I get with some of the ones I already want to read for other videos. So one of the ones that I think I'm in the mood for right now is So Thirsty by Rachel Harrison. So this is a vampire novel. I've never read Rachel Harrison before, but I've heard some other booktubers say that they really like her more like cozy horror writing style. So I'm curious to explore this. I love the cover, it's absolutely stunning. I really genuinely don't know very much about it. Something about a woman, something about a vampire, something about a mystery. That's all I really need to know. So I think that's the one I'm going to go with for a book to mood read, is So Thirsty. So let's do one more roll and see what else we get. So far off to a good start. Ooh, 10. Okay, I can work with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 is an orange, so orange is pulling a tarot card and seeing what reading prompt we get. Okay, so we got the 2 of Cups, which is this cute little seahorse couple. So let's see what the 2 of Cups is. Okay, 2 of Cups says a harmonious partnership, read a book recommended by another booktuber. Ooh, okay, this is a good one. I was just watching Allie from Allie Does Read this morning, and she was talking about some new upcoming releases that are coming out in November. And so I'm kind of tempted to pick something for that, which I know is like obviously not on my other TBRs. But let's see, I added so many books today to my TBR that she was talking about, and they all sounded so incredibly good. Let's see. Let me also just check the like release dates really fast too. Okay, so there's this, there's one that comes out November 5th that's called Pony Confidential, which sounds very strange, and I've never heard anybody but Allie talk about it, but she was saying it's a like cozy mystery from the POV of a pony, which sounds just very strange, but I could get down with that. I really like books that have like a different kind of narrator, whether it's like an animal or whatever. So that could be really fun, and it sounds like it's going to be really funny and like kind of witty too. So I don't know, it has really good reviews actually from some of my other friends on Goodreads. So maybe let's do that. Let's do Pony Confidential. It doesn't come out till November 5th, but I think that will be okay, because then that gives me a chance to like get through some of my spooky TBRs that I already have planned for October. All right, let's do another roll. I genuinely didn't even think about like how many rolls I'm gonna do. I'll probably just say 5, just to like keep it chill. All right, let's see, what are we gonna get? That was a horrible roll. I'm redoing that, sorry. 4? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 is a green. So green is, I have my cat Rigby pick between 2 books. So let me think of a couple books he could pick between. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have him solve the dilemma that I've been having lately, because I am currently like in the middle of filming a cozy like autumnal reading vlog, and I'm reading a book for that right now that is like okay, but it's not as good as I thought it was going to be. So I kind of want to add another book to my TBR for that vlog, but I've been debating between a couple. So there's one I really want to read. It's called Necrology by Meg Ripley, and that looks so good. I've heard that it's like a fantasy horror and it's really like heartfelt and emotional. And I was thinking about picking that for book club, but I put it in the poll and it didn't win. So maybe I could do that for this vlog. Or I could do this other one. I can't even remember what it's called. Something about a fairy godmother. It's on Kindle Unlimited. It's a brand new release. It just came out, I think, in like early October. But it looks so good to me. And I just discovered it on KU, and I was like, you know, this has a stunning cover and I kind of want to read this too. It's called How to Summon a Fairy Godmother by Laura J. Mayo. And I don't know if it's a romance or like what the deal is. The synopsis says, if a fairy godmother can get one sister into a marriage, getting another out of one should be easy. Ooh, Lady Theodosia has certainly gotten the short end of the stick. Her stepsister, the newly crowned princess, is telling everyone in polite society that Theo, her sister, and their mother are evil, wicked, and horrid people who treated her like a slave. Though Theo knows this isn't exactly true, it seems her life is thoroughly ruined by the rumor. Ooh. With the Balfour family estate on the verge of bankruptcy, Theo's only path forward is a forced betrothal to the Duke of Snowbell, a foul-tempered geezer who wishes only to use her as a brood mare for spare heirs. Ew. Ow. Desperate for help, Theo clings to the only thing that might save her, the rumor of a fairy godmother, one that supposedly helped her stepsister secure a prince. After discovering a way to summon a fairy into Beatrice's old room, Theo thinks her prayers may have been answered, but the fairy she meets isn't at all what she imagined. Drop-dead gorgeous, incredibly cunning, and slightly devious, Cecily is much more interested in gathering powerful favors and smoking her pipe than providing charitable magic for humans in a bind. I like Cecily already. Before she receives magical assistance, Cecily sets Theo to 3 tasks, seemingly to prove that Theo is a selfless and kind person. Helping her along the way are Cecily's familiars, the flirty human-turned-mockingbird, Phineas, and the aloof fox, Shapeshifter, who should not be as handsome as he is for someone with such cutting remarks. Ooh. As Theo works on her tasks, she shockingly finds kinship with the magical creatures she's helping and starts to wonder if a continued life among her human peers is what she really wants after all. Ooh, and it's a debut novel. And it's a spin on the Cinderella tale. Ooh, I really like that. Okay, so we got some animal familiars, we got like a saucy, smoking fairy godmother, and we got a girl in a bind who might end up going to the fairy world instead of staying with the humans and trying to get married. That sounds fun. I'm wondering if it's going to be like a sapphic romance between her and the fairy godmother, or if there's going to be like a romance with her and the fox shifter guy, or what. Ooh, okay. I'm excited about that. Okay, so I'll have Rigby pick between those two, and I'll let you know what he picks. But we're going to do another roll, and I'll have him pick because he's sleeping again. Every time I film this, he's taking a nap. So, all right, let's roll another one. 3, okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 is a red, so that is pulling a TBR jar prompt out of the mushroom jar. So let's see what we get. Going for the bottom here. Okay, this one. What is this? Let's see. Ooh, okay. It says a book outside of your comfort zone. Okay, that could be a few things. Let me take a look again at what other ones I was thinking about reading in October. I have one that I think might work for this, but I kind of want to see what else we've got kind of like hanging out in the wings here. Okay, so we have some vampire books we could choose between, but I feel like there's only one that's like a little out of my comfort zone. because of the length of it. But is there anything else that's kind of a little like, I don't know. Okay, I think I'm going to go with the vampire one I was thinking of. So one that's been on my TBR for a really long time that's kind of like out of my comfort zone a little bit, makes me a little bit nervous to read it, is Silver Under Nightfall by Rinchipeko. So I've had this on my TBR for like a few years now, and I have not picked it up because it's so chunky, and I'm just really intimidated by it. I know it's like a vampire high fantasy between these two different like warring groups of vampires. And I think one is more like almost like zombies where they like bite you and like they turn you and stuff. And then the other ones are not. They're more, I don't know, like the good guys or whatever. But I'm really intimidated by this book. And it's on one of my kind of like themed reading blog TBRs. But I think I'm going to go with that for this one. Because I don't know. If it was in my comfort zone, I would have already read it. You know what I mean? Because I've owned it physically for a really long time. So I'm going to go with that. Silver Under Nightfall. And let's do another roll. Ooh. Okay, we got a 9. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9's another green. We always get so many greens. Okay, so I gotta pick 2 more books for Rigby to choose between. Okay. What else was I thinking about reading this month? I also have a whole bunch of books that I just recently purchased, and I could have them pick between a couple of those, because I went book shopping again when we were on our honeymoon in Minnesota, and so that video will be up very soon. In fact, it might be up before this video, I'm not sure, but I got a whole bunch of new graphic novels, and I'm really, really excited about those. So maybe I'll go pick a couple of those, and Rigby can pick between those. I think that would be good. So let me go grab some of those. Okay, so I have these 2. So this one is called When I Arrived at the Castle by Emily Carroll, and I've been dying to read this. I think I'm going to read this for a vampire vlog soon. This is the back with the bloody tub. Isn't that so cool? Anyways, but it's basically a sapphic romance, sort of, between a vampire lady and a cat woman, and anyways, it's set at a castle. It's horror. It's kind of nasty. There's a lot of blood, it looks like. I've read Emily Carroll before, and her graphic novels are like really visceral and nasty in a really good way, and they're perfect for Halloween. So this is one I'm going to let him pick between. And then the other one I recently got is called The Chromatic Fantasy, and this is like a Alice in Wonderland-esque world. I'm not sure if it's a full retelling or not, but we're following a trans man who is trapped in his life as a nun, and he ends up like making a deal with the devil, and the devil is this really hot guy, and they have like a really cute little queer romance going on. But this has a beautiful cover and gold sprayed edges, and the art is just so pretty, if you can see that. I don't want to show anything that's like explicit, because there's some like spicy explicit stuff in here for sure. But it's just like really, really pretty. Just the art style is gorgeous, and I'm really excited about it. There's a lot of stuff in here that has like bodies, and I don't want to like flash you if it's inappropriate. But anyways, this is like what the art looks like. But it's gorgeous, and I've never heard anybody talk about this. I just found it at this indie bookstore I was at, and I thought it was really pretty. So anyways, I'll have Rigby pick between these 2 when he wakes up. So let's do one more roll, and then when he wakes up, we can do his part with the treats and all that. 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, another tarot one. Let's pull another. Okay, and we got the sun. Ooh, this is a really pretty card. Okay, let's see what the sun card prompt is. So the sun prompt is: read a book that will make you happy. Read this book outside in the sun or by a window if possible. Okay, I'm thinking probably not outside because it's getting cold, but we could definitely read by a window. And read a book that makes you happy. Ooh, okay. What's a book that's going to make me happy this month? That's a great question. I'm thinking I'm thinking smut, if we're being really real, because I have just been in like a spicy romance mood, and there's this one book that I have been wanting to read. It was on my 24 books to read in 2024, I think, and it's called Goblin Candy, and it's a monster romance between a goblin and a human lady, and it's set during Halloween, and the cover is very spicy. I read another book in this series by S.J. Saunders last Halloween, and I read Trigger Orc, and that one was like the epitome of like a cozy Halloween monster romance with an orc guy. And so I'm really excited about this goblin one. I'm not sure if it was out last year or not, but I've never heard anybody talk about it. I think it's fairly short, but I could be incorrect. Oh yeah, I think it's like under 200 pages. So anyways, I'm going to pick that because I think that's going to make me happy, and it's going to be really fun and probably really spicy, but also like in the Halloween spirit, you know what I mean? Because we got to be a little festive. Okay, that's fun. That's a pretty good lineup. Honestly, I really want to roll one more, so I'm gonna, even though I was trying to keep my TBR small. I never actually do, and that's fine. 8. Okay, fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 is a purple. Do I remember what purple is? No, I don't. So let's check. Purple and blue, I can never remember what my own prompts are. Why is that? I made up this game. You think I would know how to play, but I sometimes don't. Okay, purple is to unwrap a physical TBR book. Ooh, okay. Of course, all my physical TBR books are on my little TBR cart in my bedroom. So let me go and grab those, and then I'll just grab a few that look good, and then we'll figure out which one we're going to unwrap together. Okay, so I'm back with a little stack. Let's take a look and see what blind date little hints I wrote on these. So this one says YA fantasy, nuns and crows and graveyards, rip, with a little headstone on it. That sounds fun, kind of spooky, and I like that. This one says male fantasy mystery magical society. Ooh, okay, I'm intrigued by the magic society aspect of this, and I think that could be good, but both of these are a little bit longer too, and I'm not sure if that's what I want or not necessarily. And then this one is adult romance, widow / single dad, and the heroine is a romance writer, and the single dad may or may not have murdered his wife. I think we looked at this in like my first TBR game video, and a lot of people in the comments said that they really wanted to know what this is, so I'm kind of wanting to unwrap this just for the girlies. But then the last one is marriage of convenience, adult romance, broody and scarred hero. And I think both of these are probably historical romance paperbacks because they're little. So what are we feeling? What are we feeling? You know, I love a broody hero. I'm in the mood to brood. But I also love the did he murder his wife or did he not? And I'm thinking maybe not the magical society one right now. I don't think I'm quite in the mood for that. But I love a good nun, love a good crow, love a good graveyard. So what are we feeling? Honestly, I kind of want this one with the graveyard. So let's unwrap this and see what it is. All my stuff fell. It's fine. It's good. Okay. What are you? Ooh, okay. So it's Vespertine by Margaret Rogerson. Fun. Okay, this is one I've had for a super long time, and I'm excited about it. I feel like I definitely needed a little bit of a kick in the butt to pick this up, but I really think this would be perfect for spooky season. And I read her other book, A Sorcery of Thorns, many years ago, and I loved it. It was my favorite book of the year that I read it. And this is, I don't think it's not a sequel. It's not set in the same world, I don't think, but it's about this girl, Artemisia, who's training to be a Grey Sister, which is a nun who cleanses the bodies of the deceased so their souls can pass on. Interesting. And then her convent is attacked by possessed soldiers, and she has to awaken an ancient saint's relic to fight them off. Ooh, fun. Okay, that sounds really interesting. And this cover is stunning. She has like the prettiest covers. So anyways, I'm excited to get to this. Well, I think that's pretty much all my TBR stuff. I'm gonna let Rigby pick between some of those books, and then we'll come back and wrap everything up and go over all the books that I have on my TBR for this month. Hi, Rigby. Are you ready? Are you ready? Just give me the treats, woman. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. 2. Okay, you ready? Are you ready? You can't have the whole bag. You can't have the whole bag. Come here, bud. Okay, 1, 2. Oh, immediately that one. Okay. And that one too. Okay. You ready for round 2, Mr. Rigby? Okay, babe. Okay. 1, 2. All right. How to summon a fairy godmother it is. Thank you, Rigby. Oh, you want the second one? Okay, we're doing it. So, Rigby has made his selections, and he picked How to Summon a Fairy Godmother and When We Arrived at the Castle. And then, just to recap, I'm also going to be reading So Thirsty, Pony Confidential, Vespertine, Goblin Candy, and Silver Under Nightfall. So that's going to be my TBR for the end of October, and then probably through all of November, just so that I have enough time to like read all the spooky books I want to read, and then gear up for the holidays, because I also want to do Vlogmas this year, and I'm probably going to be pre-filming some videos for that, and I also have a bunch of reading vlogs that I'm in the middle of right now. So thank you so much for watching, and if you made it to the end of this video, let me know what books you're going to be reading for Halloween and what you want to be reading in November. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye!